On this week's edition of The Overtime, we will take a look at the upcoming NAU women's basketball season. Next, we will talk to one of the NAU Tennis's star players. And lastly, we will say goodbye to NAU football's 10 seniors, all that and more on this edition of The Overtime. Welcome back to The Overtime. I'm your host, Divine Wallace, and I'm joined on the desk for the first time ever on The Overtime, sports reporter Monty Gant. Monty, how are you feeling about your first show?
Thank you, Divine. I can't lie to you, I'm a little nervous, but I'm super excited to finally be here on the desk. We got a great show lined up, so let's get it going.
Let's get into it. Starting us off tonight, NAU women's tennis is heading into preseason as three-time Big Sky champions after defeating Weber State 4-1 last spring. Preview reporter Jesselyn Lopez sat down with junior Sofia Markova ahead of their season. Take a look.
NAU women's tennis player Sofia Markova traveled to Flagstaff from Nuremberg, Germany. Last year, Markova had a record of 13-4 in singles and ended the year with an 11-match win streak. Head coach Ava Bogusz said she is grateful for the knowledge Markova has brought to the team.
Sofia is she's a small person. She's a small player, but with a big character, that's for sure. But she's very coachable as well. She's very tennis smart. Her tennis IQ is very good on the court. She can read players really well. And she did really well in our Big Sky play last year, so we're looking forward to what she can do this year.
Sofia helped lead the team to last year's Big Sky Championship title. Sofia was named Big Sky Women's Tennis Player of the Week in April after finishing 4-0 singles and doubles against Portland State and Grand Canyon.
It was a great feeling. It was my first spring season here, and I didn't know exactly what to expect, and we were training the whole fall semester for it, and I was so excited to play conference, and it was a great feeling winning conference.
Bogusz has led the Lumberjacks for 3 complete seasons, winning Big Sky Coach of the Year twice and winning the conference tournament 3 times. She said Markova and her team are looking for another title in the spring.
We have a quite deep team, I think. We're looking really good right now, and I know the girls are hungry to go after the championship again.
Sticking with NAU sports, men's basketball picked up their first win on Tuesday against the Red Hawks of Benedictine Mesa, 105-49. Redshirt sophomore Carson Tout led the way with 18 points and 14 rebounds. From the women's side of the hardwood, the Lumberjacks were victorious against the UC San Diego Tritons. They were led by senior Regan Skank with 18 points and 5 assists. I had the chance to speak with Skank as well as freshman forward Sophie Glancy and head coach Lori Payne about what this season could entail.
The NAU Lumberjacks have faced some tough tests early on, playing Arizona State and the 19th ranked University of Arizona in their first 2 games. They most recently won their home opener against the Tritons of UC San Diego, 86-54. Lori Payne views the team's strong non-conference schedule as a learning tool and benefit to her team.
I think it teaches them how to compete at an elite level. We've been talking that, we want to be Big Sky champions, and we need to play like that every practice, night in, night out, every game. And so I think opening with 2 Power 5 schools definitely elevates that level of play.
Freshman forward Sophie Glancy, a high school state champion out of Idaho, is using this non-conference period of play to adjust to the expectations of college basketball.
Everything feels really sped up because I think the biggest difference between the high school game and the college level game is that it's just faster. And so from the older players, I've been able to take learn a lot about just slowing myself down and just learning to take a deep breath and not get rushed. So.
Senior point guard Regan Skank has taken a leadership role on the new team that added a graduate transfer and 5 freshmen to their roster.
Our work ethic is the highest I've seen it since I've been here, which is super exciting, as well as our 2 new coaches putting in new offense and new defense, so it's really just a whole new team, and I don't think teams are going to know what to expect when they play us this year.
After last year's tough loss in the conference final, Coach Payne said she's already excited about the on- and off-court chemistry displayed by her team.
And the energy. I think the energy just around our program, from the top down, from me to our staff, there's just a really positive vibe that we're really, really excited about. I couldn't be happier with my staff or our team right now, and I think it's really showing dividends on the court.
Stick around after the break, where we will be joined by NAU football head coach Chris Ball.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers. First pitch is fouled into his back.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's
Wow.
right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back. Tonight, Monty and I are joined by head coach Chris Ball. Coach, welcome to the show. How are you? How excited are you to be here?
Very, very excited.
Now, Coach, let's talk about the game against Weber State. Not only is it senior day, but your team is also going to be competing for the newly christened Red Rock Rivalry Trophy, which was previously contested between the Lumberjacks and Southern Utah before Southern Utah left the Big Sky Conference. Now, when you factor in that as well as senior day, how much more different is the atmosphere within your locker room?
Really different. It's the emotions of the seniors leaving. We really appreciate what they've done for our program. And, they're moving on. And it's an emotional time for them. And then you throw the Red Rock Trophy in there. The series is tied at 27-27, and the winner gets to take that Red Rock Trophy home. And that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm really going to take it home with me. So it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of energy, and very excited and really looking forward to this weekend.
Ahead of senior night tomorrow, I had the opportunity to interview the other 9 seniors on the team about what their plans are after graduation, their best memories at NAU, and what they will miss most about playing college football.
I think the thing that I'm going to miss the most is just their personalities and what type of people they are. They have great character. They're extremely hardworking. They've taken ownership in this program.
It's sad, been in college now for 6 years, so it's kind of sad, but I'm kind of happy being done with college, going on to my next chapter in life. So just ready to get on with the next chapter, but I'm grateful for everything that I've been throughout college and all my collegiate football career.
Going down to Tucson, that's my backyard, I grew up there, so to go down there and whoop up on them, that was personal for me.
My best memory at NAU would have to be facing a number 2 ranked team in Weber State and putting up 3 catches for 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. Very memorable moment, made me realize what my capability was and what my skill set was and how far I would go in this game. So that would have to be my most memorable moment.
It's like a bittersweet, you put in all this work, you grind all off season for 6 years now, and it's just, honestly, it's been a great time. I will cherish all the memories, and also, it's going to be a sad moment, once I play my last snap here.
After NAU, I plan to go on to grad school, but before that, I have to go ahead and grab some occupational therapist observation hours. So I'll probably work a little bit, get those hours, and then apply to grad school.
Home to California and probably start off with coaching in high school and stuff like that and see what I can do.
My younger self, trust the process and keep grinding. Keep your head down and get going. Trust the process.
Do the little things right and just enjoy every moment.
learn from every moment and just enjoy everything.
A lot of plans, honestly. As part of my graduation requirements, I did an internship here in town. I have a passion working with at-risk youth, trying to equalize educational opportunities. So I think the biggest thing for me is I want to be in the school system. I have my own nonprofit after-school program that's aimed at equalizing educational opportunities for at-risk youth through mentorship, development, and also physical activity, because of course, being an athlete is a huge part of my life. So that's my biggest kind of goal.
Go Jacks! Coach, I know we talked about what losing these seniors will mean to the program, but what do you hope for them in the next future for them?
Happiness. That's what I'm concerned about with them, is that they're happy. It's a great group of young men. They're moving into another chapter of their life, and anything they choose to do, they're going to be successful. And I just want people to know how appreciative we are of them, and they are the base of what we're trying to do, and they've kept the ship moving in the right direction. Sure, we'd like to have a better record this year for them, but we can really send them off with a win against Weber.
Yeah, no doubt. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. After the break, we will see what is going on this weekend in Northern Arizona sports.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Welcome back to The Overtime. I'm your preview reporter, Jesselyn Lopez, here to catch you up on what's coming up in Northern Arizona sports. We got a busy weekend here at NAU. Today, NAU Swim and Dive have been competing in an all-day invite for A3 performance and lumberjack diving, which will continue into tomorrow and Sunday. NAU men's basketball is hoping to keep the winning going when they play UC Santa Barbara at 6 p.m. tonight. Volleyball is away in Cheney, Washington, playing against Eastern Washington for an 8 p.m. scheduled game tomorrow. NAU men's and women's cross country are competing at the NCAA National Championship in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Men's cross country has won 5 out of the last 6 titles. Tomorrow, NAU football will be coming to an end as the Lumberjacks will be playing their last game of the regular season against Weber State at 1 p.m. It is Senior Recognition Day, and lastly, on Sunday, women's basketball is taking on Park University Gilbert at 2 p.m. at Roll Activity Center. That's all we have for your weekend sports. Back to you guys on the desk.
Thanks, Jesselyn, and thank you all for joining us for this edition of The Overtime. I would like to thank our sports reporters, Jesselyn Lopez and Monty Gant, and our guest, head coach Chris Ball. I'm Devine Wallace, and due to the Thanksgiving holiday next week, we will see you December 1st at 6:15 for our next edition of The Overtime this semester. Have a good night.